What's up, everyone? Welcome back to After the Storm. Welcome back to the NHL 2005 Dynasty Mode series. We are on to episode number 63, and a first time of the series matchup. We have a matchup against the Atlanta Thrashers. Always interesting to play against the Atlanta Thrashers because, of course, they've been defunct now for, I think, almost over a decade, I want to say. At least, I think 2012 maybe was their last season in the NHL. It's been a long time since the Atlanta Thrashers moved to Winnipeg. Yeah, it's always interesting. They're one of my favorite, I love the design, I love the logo and everything. I really miss this team, actually. It's an interesting team to look back on fondly, despite all their chaos that ensued with their ownership and everything like that. So always fun to play them. We'll do a preview here in the next little bit of the team. We're obviously coming off that big 6-2 victory against the Edmonton Oilers in our last episode. But yeah, let's go ahead and preview this matchup. Taking a look at the comparison between the two teams, we're better in every category: goaltending, offense, defense. Overall, they're very comparable to us on goals for, but the goals against is where it differs pretty well. Of course, they're sitting 14th in the NHL, 7th in the conference. When they started off their season, I think they were the top team in the Eastern Conference early on. And yeah, it's considerably changed from there. Taking a look at the goaltending matchup, Theodore back in the net after a couple of rough games against the Islanders and the Rangers, facing off against Nurminen for the Thrashers. Thrashers are coming off a win as well in this game, or in their last game, I should say. I can't remember who they played, but they are coming off a win there. This should be an interesting matchup for sure. Always nice to see a brand new matchup against a new team. And the other aspect too is Ilya Kovalchuk is the NHL's points leader in this. He has 91 points in 61 games. So that is something to look out for. They are missing Mark Savard to their lineup, who is their centerman between him and Heatley. So this will be an interesting matchup nonetheless. Two offensive juggernauts in Heatley and Kovalchuk to contend with. Anyways, guys, we won't wait around any longer. Let's go ahead and get into the game against the Atlanta Thrashers. Denver, Colorado, the site for a interconference matchup. The Avalanche getting a lot of these interconference battles out of the way here. 2/3 of the way, 3/4 of the way rather, through the season. Another one here, first time and only time this season these two teams will match up. It's Avs and the Thrashers up next. Avs and Thrashers ready to go. The Avalanche coming off a 6-2 victory. Both teams coming off victories in their last game. The NHL's points leader, Ilya Kovalchuk, in the lineup, of course. Here's Havlid back there. Medano tied up, and McEachran grabs the puck and heads his way out. Here's Heatley, shot on. An early stop for Theodore, who had a couple rough outings in his last two starts. Back-to-back losses against the Islanders and against the New York Rangers. Here's Solani. Solani turns, fires. Big stop there early on by Nurminen. Heatley back the other way. Danny Heatley turns with that puck. Couldn't manage anything there. Big hits by the big defenders of the Atlanta Thrashers. Andy Sutton, a big one there. And Medano just steps over the line, offside. They came into the zone there. Kovalchuk's taking on a center role on that top line in the absence of Mark Savard. Lindros winning that draw. Here's Foote. Gets into the zone, takes a shot. Looking for maybe a tip, maybe a rebound. But Nurminen is going to find it with the glove and make sure that doesn't happen. Thrashers head coach Bob Hartley. Hamilton on the draw there against Oban. Oban wins that one, finds Larson on the way out. Here's Larson. Turned over, Steos gets that puck. Hamilton finds Miller up the wing. Back over to Hamilton, shot. Big stop there by Nurminen. Back in front, Miller with a backhander on. Turned away by Nurminen again. Steos steps up. Gets that puck. Drills it back into the zone. Most recent acquisition in a season that's been full of acquisitions for the Colorado Avalanche. The general manager, not afraid to have made some deals this season. Brought in some huge names. Steos, the most recent. A very different looking lineup from the beginning of the season for this Avalanche squad, but a team that looks primed for a shot at the Stanley Cup. Here's Blake turning the puck over in the neutral zone there. Back in front finds Medano. Big save by Nurminen. Sutton will bring that puck out. Oban finds McEachran. McEachran, shot, Heatley, save. Dano starting to play back out. Comes Mike Medano into the zone. He takes a check, loses the puck. Kovalchuk will find Heatley. Here's Heatley, shot on, takes a hit from Surrey after the save by Theodore. Guerin picking up that loose puck in the neutral zone, turns and fires a clap right on to Nurminen. And he will get the whistle. Midway point, or the stretch drive of the season, if it will, is always a tough time for some teams. It's hard to take the foot off the pedal, I should say. Really start to coast a little bit. Down the stretch can affect teams adversely. Some teams need the rest. Some teams need those reps in those final games. Here's Lyles, turns and fires. Patted away by Hermanen. Tchaikovsky. Seeing some extended top 6 minutes. Turns and fires that one on. Petrovicki there. Got pressed up. Here's Lindros with a shot. Yager turns, fires. Tried to get that one on, but it was blocked. Foot stepping up. Majewski there. Turned. Tried to get the shot away, but he was checked again. And Lindros will just dump that one around. Tremblay loses it to Yager back in front. Yager takes a hit. Lindros trying to grind his way through. Can't manage it. And Yager's going to lift it back in. Majewski with the puck. Finds Patrick Stefan. Kozlov, in, shot, saved by Theodore. It popped up, and that will do it for the first period. We are scoreless through one. Thrashers and Avalanche.
More enjoyable for you, the fans? If so, we'd love to hear from you.
Colorado doubles up the Thrashers on the shot chart. 10-5 after that first period. Neither team with some grade A opportunities, but back and forth we go. Here comes Medano with Solani. Solani rips a wrist shot. Nurminen in there with the glove. He's been excellent with that glove hand so far tonight. So this Thrashers team got off to a hot start. Maybe they've been riding that momentum of the early season to this 7th place in the Eastern Conference. There's Lyles getting a chance. Lyles with the puck again. Finds Lindros in the slot. Yager there. Oh, what a save. Lyles again. Lindros finally buries it. An absolute mad scramble in front of the net. And finally, everybody tied up, and Lindros has a wide open lane with a spread out passy Nurminen. He buries it. The Avalanche have a 1-0 lead early in the second. Kovalchuk winning that draw. Blake starting out, he's got a step, but he gets caught. Surrey stepping up to hit Heatley as he tried to get into the zone, and Guerin dumps that puck in. Solani back. McEachran's going to beat him to that puck. Surrey from the point gets a shot on, patted away by Nurminen. And Havlid will bring it back out. Havlid is turned over. Avalanche so good at turning those pucks over at the blue line. Surrey shot. Solani a rebound. Big stop there by Nurminen. Surrey shot on again. Big chance there. Nurminen keeping his team in it. Pass there at the line. Hits escape, but manages to stay out of trouble for the Avalanche. And here comes Kozlov back for the Thrashers. Shot on. Glove stop. Theodore finds his man Cherkasky on the wing. Cherkasky are on the boards. Dumped in. There's Solani. Finds Lindros. Shot. Cherkasky scores. Maurice Cherkasky collects the puck on the rebound. Couple cleaning up the garbage in front goals for the Avalanche here early in the second. And it's 2-0. Hamilton going to win that draw after the goal. Vonnanen's going to dump it in. Vonnanen's going to skate onto it too. Staios for the point. Scores. Ossi Vonnanen. And the Avalanche are starting to run away with this one as the defenseman combining for a goal there. Vonnanen dumps the puck in, retrieves it, finds Staios coming in at the point, and then tips it home. As Staios is going to get his first point as a member of the Avalanche there. And it's 3-0. Right off the draw, right back to it. Vonnanen dumping it in. Vijay is going to get the puck, and the Thrashers will come out. Vonnanen turns it over. Brings that puck right back out. Hendrickson turned the puck over and got a shot right away. Nurminen there to make the save. Nikolitin coming back in, steals the puck from Hines. Larson turning it over, and here's Vijay. Vijay shot, stopped by Theodore. Nikolitin finding Brigley. It's his third line out for the Avalanche. Brigley shot. Rather, it was a shot from Hendrickson that Brigley deflected. Hendrickson dumping it back in. Staios jumping up, tried to get the puck from Larson. He couldn't. Vijay took a hit there from Yager. Pass there. Havlin turns it over at the Atlanta blue line, and here comes Lindros, who's stepped up on by big Andy Sutton. Yager throws a hit on Sutton. Lindros back in. Suffocating nature of the Colorado Avalanche in this period. 2 minutes to go. Back in front. The pass is deflected. Maybe a chance there. Here's Cherkasky. Shot on. Big save by Nurminen. 3-0 the score, keeping it that way. Here's Lyles. Speedy John Michael Lyles with time running out here in the period. Took a shot on. Nurminen saved that. And that will do it for the second period. The Avalanche break this one wide open. 3 goals here in the period and take a 3-0 lead to the third.
Please take a look at the scoreboard for a full listing of our...
A runaway on the scoreboard and the shot clock and everywhere else in this one. The Avalanche with a big 3-0 lead. More than tripling up the Thrashers on the shot chart. Petrovicki coming back the other way. Shot on. Big stop by Theodore. The goal is simple. Dump and chase. Great turnovers. Great chances for this Avalanche squad. Surrey finishing his check on Patrick Stefan. Here's Solani back the other way. Making some moves. He takes a hit. Adano rubs his man along the boards, but Petrovicki is going to get the puck back. Petrovicki shot. Stopped by Theodore. Solani's going to dump it down, and it might be an icing as Stefan will touch it up. I go upset there with a... This seems like a recurring theme almost every game, that the Avalanche are upset even despite a big lead. 16:03 to go. Kovalchuk winning the draws. Cherkasky there, stopping up. Rips a wrist shot, easily blockered away. Cherkasky there, making a nice move. Cherkasky shoots low, gets a chance there. Turned over though. And here's Heatley. Shot on. Stopped by Theodore. This top line of Heatley and Kovalchuk. Over to Yager, scores. And just as we were talking about how stifled Heatley and Kovalchuk have been in this game, Lindros with a nice pass across, and Yager finishes that one 4-0 score. Couple goals the other night against the Oilers, and one in this game. 13 minutes to go. A decisive victory for the Avalanche here. Hamilton shot right into the zone. Hines back to retrieve, finds Larson across the ice. Larson, shot on. XOB shot, stopped by Theodore. Blake's gonna get Miller up the wing. Miller dumped it in to Hall. Hamilton there gets a second chance at it. And that one's turned away by Nerman. Hall finds Miller. Hamilton in just ahead of the play. That'll be offside. Off the draw, the Thrashers will win it. McEachran back the other way. Kovalchuk tried to get a shot off. He was interrupted. The Avalanche have shut that top line down considerably in this one. Lindros, Yager. Looking for another play there. Nurminen, as the puck came off of Havlin's stick. A decisive victory in this one as the Avalanche continue to try get their way to the top of the standings. Guerin takes a hit off the draw. There's Stefan and Kozlov. Kozlov, big hit. He takes one, loses his stick, loses the puck. Tremblay there. Surrey stepped up. Stefan there takes a hit. Rubbed it along the boards by Surrey. And Medano in ahead of the play offside. Timo Solani continues his solid season. Has gone between the first line and the third line. That checking role that he kind of took on. Here's Tchaikovsky, shot on. Oh, another chance there, but couldn't get the second whack on it. Kovalchuk takes a big hit from Lindros. Tchaikovsky on the wing. He's been all over the ice in this game. Is really rewarding Quenneville with the opportunity to come up onto this top pairing. There's Kovalchuk, another chance. Can't muster anything, and here's Yager. Up the wing, Yager rips a wrister, short side. It was stopped. Foot. Try to dump it in, but Tchaikovsky ends up offside. As we take a look at Danny Heatley. 25 goals, 38 assists for 63 points. And the biggest stat line that you'll notice there is a plus 34 for a team that has not really outscored their problems all that much this season. This top line has carried the workload. Dumped in by Blake around. There's Solani. Solani gets a shot, but it's blocked as we have finally hit the final minute here. 4-0 Colorado leads. Theodore looking to add another one into a certain column. We won't say until it's official. Eski. Poked by Surrey there. There's a pass that doesn't find its intended target. Medano loses that to Tremblay. Stefan blocked by Surrey. Solani dumps it in. 20 seconds remain. Turned over. Medano there. Medano gets the shot from a nice pass from Rob Blake. 15 to go in the third. A shot there by Stefan. Not going to test Theodore all that much. Majewski turns. Guerin. Guerin will dump it in. 4-0 the victory. 9th shutout of the season for Jose Theodore. The Avalanche take a big victory at home against the Atlanta Thrashers.
Tonight's third star, Colorado's number 60, Jose Theodore. Tonight's second star for Colorado, number 25, Marius Cherkowski. And tonight's first star, Colorado, number 88, Eric Lindros.
Big victory against the Thrashers. We shut down Heatley. We shut down Kovalchuk in that game easily and got a big win. Big second period. We rode that momentum to a huge win. We're really starting to figure out our gameplay, our strategy. We get up, we start these, dump and chase plays. We get the turnovers. We get ourselves all these scoring chances. And, I really like the way we're playing, and we're doing this without 4 top players in our lineup. We come out of that game, and we go to a team that is at the bottom of the league, the Pittsburgh Penguins. So we played Pittsburgh a few episodes back now, but Pittsburgh's struggling, of course. They really just have Mario Lemieux. That's really it in their lineup at this point in time. We have the advantage everywhere here. Offense, defense, everywhere. Considerable, the goals for, goals against. We're a much better team. We've already played them once. We beat them. I think it was 4-1, 3-1. Can't remember exactly which it was, but we'll take an in-depth preview after this. Marc-Andre Fleury, the rookie goaltender, getting the start for, I guess he's not is he a rookie goalie? Is this his second season maybe? I'm not exactly sure. Fleury in the net for Pittsburgh. Theodore back in after a shutout, his 9th of the season. Huge game from him. He will get the start between the pipes again for us. And one thing I did notice there is Minnesota has slowed down. They lost to Montreal, so they had a matchup against the Montreal Canadiens, who are the top team in the league, but we have 2 games in hand on the Canadiens right now. The Eastern Conference is really starting to get themselves up to the top here. This used to just be like Montreal and then all Western Conference teams. Tampa Bay, Buffalo, New Jersey, now all in there. Ottawa even. Ottawa's really shot up here. That's actually a big surprise to see. So we are definitely seeing a change in the standings here over the last little bit. But let's go ahead and preview Pittsburgh. 43 points. They're second last in the NHL right now. They are coming off a 2-2 tie against the Nashville Predators in their last game. They are about 500 at home, but away they are struggling mightily. No injuries to report for their team. That's pretty good for them, considering they need all the help they can get in their lineup. So one thing, of course, with Minnesota slowing down is we have now grabbed the top spot in the Western Conference. So we are first. Of course, we're not done just yet. We don't have that solidified. Minnesota could easily start playing really well again. I figure they are really gonna start declining here. I think they're more likely to be I think they'd be a 4 seed at this point in the Western Conference. Actually, let's go take a look at this before we finish up, because I think they are going to slow down. They're at the 4 seed. That's a crazy matchup in the first round right there. Look at that. 2 absolute juggernauts of teams, Minnesota, Calgary. That's exactly the reason why I do not want to be 4th or 5th in this conference, because you have to go through an absolute monster in the first round, regardless of what you do. So we got first. We're up here now. We have more wins than Minnesota. That's a big reason for us being up here. But right now we would have LA in the first round at 68 points. It's a little tight here between these. It's starting to thin out a little bit, but Chicago has a chance to make it. But we want to keep winning. We want to keep solidifying this so that we have an easier round 1, and then let one of these 2 teams. We got to let these 2 teams battle each other out, because we can only end up in first, 4th, or 5th in this conference in the first round, because St. Louis is 11 points behind Calgary. And actually, St. Louis is better than the third place because of the divisions. But yeah, this is interesting, and it's good to see that we are finally up here at the top. So anyways, guys, that'll do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, We will be back very, very soon. Tuesdays and Thursdays are when these episodes are uploading at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be back with the next matchup against the Pittsburgh Penguins very soon.